Hey bitches, we have this like really cool these new basics. They're very reminiscent of the pixel art. These are like, oh my god, I forget what the art style is called, but these are cool. I'm hoping these come to Arena. These are secret layers, by the way. I'm going to be talking about the newest secret layers revealed today. This one's really cool. Again, I forget what this art style's called. Like, it's like not cyberpunky, but like neon flash kind of whatever. I do prefer the pixel snows a little more than these, but we're gonna get into the Chibi Planeswalkers next. Those are I'm literally going to cut a nut off for those if I have to. And I'm sure a lot of people are happy to finally see these officially revealed. The Street Fighter Secret Lair crossovers. I'm not really going to talk about these in depth. There is a lot I could say. Chun-Li was kind of spoiled a long time ago, but she's kind of really good. Ryu's okay. Personally, though, I think E Honda being able to target up to 100 target creatures, getting plus O plus X until end of turn, where X is the number of cards in your hand, blah, blah, blah. If you want to go over and take a look at him, Sumo Champion, that's a little really good. And when that comes to, I guess, standardized non-Universe Beyond Magic, that's probably going to be a card that sees play in some really weird Bant Arcades decks for you Commander players. But yeah, Blanca's also kind of interesting. Blanca's a really nice take on these, like, I guess you could say these Gruul Storm decks that kind of don't really have a place right now. These just Gruul Spells. Gruul Spells is a fun deck in Legacy and Historic, but that's about it. Ken's okay, Zangreef's okay, Guile's okay. You know, Sonic Boom's a really interesting little ETB, but in Jeskai, it's kind of like, you know, you're not flashing as much in Jeskai as you would be in Bant. But the potential with Ephemerate and whatnot is still there. Even Unsummon is still there. So, you know, they're all functionally good cards, which is kind of cool. So these are interesting. This is an artist series, I believe. I forget the artist. But these are the Hideaway Lands. And some of you might not know what these are. They're basically lands that enter tapped. When they enter tapped, I believe it's you look at the top four. It's like Hideaway 4 is the mechanic. You look at the top 4 of your library, exile one of those, and I believe they let you do stuff with the exiled one. I think the black one lets you play it or something. I think they all might let you do that. I'm not sure specifically what these do. These are an interesting choice because these haven't really been impactful in any real format, to be completely honest. So to see these reprinted in something like a Secret Lair is really interesting, but really cool because it kind of shows how far they're willing to reach when it comes to finding unique reprints for a product like this. Here's the one I think is going to see the most resell, I think. Praetor's Grip, Swords to Plowshares, Idyllic Tutor, and Veil of Summer. Solve the Equations, also okay, I guess, at sorcery speed. It's an okay card. I mean, Grasp is also, you know, blah 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 sorcery speed. But anyways, you have these three really impactful cards: Swords, Tutor, Veil of Summer, all being reprinted in an artist series like this, in this like Kamigawa story arc style. You see the Wanderer in these, Tamio, Sato, I think the character's name. I don't know the character's name, but you see these 5 cards. I'm surprised there's not one for each color. You have 2 white ones, which is cool, I guess, because I love Swords to Plowshare. I love Idyllic Tutor. I love Veil of Summer. They're all staples in Eternal formats that I play, but Grasp and Solve the Equation are kind of a miss on this one. Art-wise, these are fantastic. But with that being said, I think the lore flavor text on these and the playability of Veil, Swords, and Tutor are what's going to make this one kind of stand out on the resell market, in terms of, I think people are going to buy this Secret Lair sealed to have these, or just buy the singles, but we'll see. You know, I don't know if people are really going to shell out the money for this in foil, just for, you know, 3 cards and 2 that kind of look pretty, but we'll see. You never know with Secret Lairs. So here's the one I'm kind of most excited for: the Chibi style Planeswalkers. First things first, Tameo, Ajani, and Ashiok all see play in formats, not just formats, but decks in formats that I have mainstay in. Sorin Grim Nemesis, pretty cool to see like an awkward, completely random reprint of, but I think Angrath Flame Chained was quite the impactful card when it was in Standard, and somewhat still a little impactful in Pioneer and Modern, a little bit impactful. But a Johnny's what's cool to see here, and then the Tameo reprint. Obviously, Tameo looks cute as hell. A lot of people have been speculating that that's her kid, but I don't think she has the kid. I don't see a kid in there. I'm pretty sure she's sealing away Emrakul in the Moon, which might be a hint that something's going to happen soon. But who knows? On top of that, the Ashiok artwork here is quite phenomenal. They're in this sort of dreamscape surrounded by butterflies, and it reminds me a lot of Animatu, the Planeswalker commander. Sorin, I couldn't care less about. Angrath, the art looks kind of the same, and he kind of looks like a character from the Dot Hack anime, which is like one of the only animes I've watched because I played the games for it, but he kind of looks like a character from that franchise. Johnny's a cat. I like cats. Most of you like cats. So, I mean, a chibi cat is going to go over really well. Here we have another showcase, I believe is what they're referring to this one as. For some reason, it's incredibly large when I go full screen, but Brain Freeze, kind of cool. It's a really interesting storm card you don't see a lot of. Unmask, Snap, Shadow of Doubt, and Bribery, also kind of really niche cards, with Shadow of Doubt sort of being the most impactful out of these. Snap is okay. Snap is kind of cool. I like Snap, but Shadow of Doubt getting a reprint in this sort of unique showcase art style. You kind of see, I don't remember the character's name, but he's sort of Kato, it's right there. He's sort of sitting there looking like he's spying on Jin Gataxias. I think he's in the restroom. I don't really know what the context here is. Like he's like looking through like a ceiling panel, but either way, Shadow of Doubt is a really cool card to see in reprinted rather. I just don't personally think this is going to be a secret lair that really sells a lot. There's kind of not much to it. Here's another one of these like showcase ones with Glass Spinner, Dust Drinker, Eidolon of Great Revel, and Elvish Spirit Guide. I think this is going to be one of the best-selling secret lairs because you have Kira, Glass Spinner, who is an insanely iconic staple in the Commander format. You have Dust Drinker, who kind of really cool card. It doesn't see a lot of like D&T, Death and Tax play, but I do believe it sees play in like really niche prison-y stacks EDH decks. But Eidolon of Great Revel is a staple in Burn, and Elvish Spirit Guide is a staple in a lot of Eternal formats. Being able to exile it from your hand and just add a green, which is funny because they're also reprinting Veil of Summer. So Elvish Spirit Guide, a really common play is to exile your Elvish Spirit Guide while you're tapped out to Veil of Summer, and it's a play that a lot of people never see coming. But yeah, I think this is going to be the runt of this lot, in the sense that in this case, runt means people are going to buy this specifically for 3 cards that do see a lot of play in Eternal formats, and then Dust Drinker, which is honestly the art here. The art on all of these looks like incredible. I don't even know what to describe this style as, but the Eidolon looks angry. It looks like an angry snowman of some sort. Now, here's one that we kind of knew was coming, and by we, I mean like people in quote-unquote leak circles. This is just a Kamigawa showcase. You have classics, Ghostly Prison, Freed from the Real, Bosajai, Sheltering Everything, and Hall of the Bandit Lord, which, you know, it's okay card, but it giving things haste, I think, is pretty cool. I mean, these are all reprints. There's not a lot to say. Ghostly Prison's really interesting. Bosajai, who shelters all. Legendary Land, that's kind of impactful in some settings. At the same time, it's just sort of like, these are reprints that feel like they're coming through Secret Lairs for a really niche play group. And I don't quite know who that play group really is at the moment, because it doesn't feel like it's 60 card constructed players. It feels like these are just really starting to showcase, no pun intended, how Secret Lairs like this are just going to be a collection of cards, that sort of demonstrate an art style or a theme, and in this case it's Kamigawa in general. But I mean, aside from that, there's nothing really in here. Maybe Ghostly Prison that I really, really like. I mean, all of the Bandit Lord's great, but I'm not gonna lose an arm or a leg trying to go out there and get one.